Hi, I'm Coach Ron, and welcome to Live Focus here on Ocean Spring. Today, I'm going to be interviewing Blake Mohler. We're going to talk about her journey to professional volleyball. Hello, Blake. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, let's start from the beginning. Let's start when there was no volleyball.
Well, I guess I was a pretty bad soccer player, and then I decided to try basketball and kind of grew into my height. And then about 8th, 9th grade is when I kind of figured out that volleyball might be something I would pursue. And so I picked it up with one of my best friends, and I guess I just kept running with it.
Okay, so you did a lot of travel league and soccer?
Yes, I played club soccer for probably like 6 or 7 years, for a while, yeah.
And how old were you when you started?
Ooh, probably like 3.
3.
I started with rec leagues. My dad always tried to make me a really good goalie because he was apparently the best goalie in the state when he played in high school. And I got sick of him telling me what to do.
Now, were you always above average height?
I feel like I was always tall, but I wasn't weirdly tall until about 7th grade.
7th grade.
And then I finally hit 6th foot going into 9th grade. And
wow.
I kept going throughout high school until I stopped at 6'3".
So when you
or
had
6'2". No, I'm 6'2". I'm shrinking though.
Oh my goodness. So when you had that growth spurt, is that when your volleyball career just took off?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Going early, middle school, 9th grade, yeah.
Okay. Now let's take it your freshman year. And what high school did you attend?
Ocean Springs.
Ocean Spring. Now, did you play varsity, junior varsity, freshman team?
I played JV in middle school.
In middle school.
And then once I got to 9th grade, I was on varsity.
Wow. Now, were you playing any other sports?
I was playing soccer up until 8th grade, basketball, and then I picked up track and golf junior and senior year.
Junior and senior year at high school. And tell me about your track.
I think I still hold the high jump record. I kind of Coach Sayers came up to me and was like, hey, we need someone to jump, and I think you can do well in it. So I kind of just did it for fun. But I guess it helped me learn how to explode more on the court as well.
All right, now let's go back to volleyball. When was that moment when you knew that volleyball was your sport?
In 9th grade, I got asked to go to nationals with an older club team. They needed a middle to step in, and I got there, and I didn't even know that you could get recruited at those kinds of tournaments. And I had a few college coaches come up to my club coach, and she kind of sat me down after the tournament and was like, look, you have the potential to do this. You have the potential to go play at all these great schools. If you really want to pursue that, I need you to start focusing and working towards that now. So I guess after that conversation and after that tournament, I kind of set it to be my goal that I was going to play at one of the top programs.
Now, did you play volleyball year-round? Did you do a lot of special training, conditioning?
I worked out with a trainer every day my senior year, and then I would always have basketball practice every day, and then I would have volleyball practice during the day, and then as well as at night with club. So I was probably going 24/7, yeah.
Wow.
Year round.
Now, I know there's not a lot of volleyball in this area. Did you have to travel to Alabama, to Louisiana, Tennessee, or anything like that?
Yeah, so my club was in Mobile, so I would travel to Alabama probably 3 to 4 days a week to play. And then we would play in tournaments around Georgia, Tennessee. We would go out to Colorado once a year. But mainly played around here, yeah.
Okay. Now, is there any recognition, awards that stick out in your mind when you was in high school that you got?
Probably my most proud is the Gatorade Player of the Year, my senior year, because that's something I always strived to earn. So I was really excited when I finally achieved that goal.
Okay. Now, did you maintain grades in high school? What type of GPA did you have?
I want to say I was high honors. I had a 4.6 throughout high school because I took AP courses. They weren't my favorite, but pushed myself to do it, yeah. But academics were always strong in my family, and my parents wanted to make sure that I was balancing social, school, and sports all evenly.
Okay. Now, when you're in high school, sometimes we're required to give back to the community. Were you involved in any social clubs that you help out in the community?
My senior year, I did it was like big sis, little sis type thing where I would go see a younger elementary kid once or twice a week. And I can still remember to this day, like every interaction that we had. And it was something that like really humbles you and makes you like really appreciative for what you have and what you're given. So it was really cool to see her grow throughout the year.
Well, nice, nice. Mm-hmm. Okay, now let's go to college, your freshman year. Now everybody have their challenges. Was there any particular challenges that you had entering your freshman year, and what college did you go to?
Purdue. I played at Purdue, and my freshman year, I got there, and there were 5 girls in my position. One ended up being a first-team All-American, and the other 2 were 3 years ahead of me. So I knew I probably wasn't going to play, and they actually wanted to transition me to play on the right side because they had a senior graduating that they needed someone to fill that position. So I trained my whole freshman year as a redshirt, learning a whole new position that I never played before, playing against an opposite who is now on the USA national team, one of the best opposites in the world. So it was a big shock knowing that I went from being someone that was the best player on the team that never sat out, never had to like struggle with any of that, to someone that I knew I wasn't going to play in games. I had to work my butt off every practice, even though I knew I wasn't working towards a starting position for that year. And it kind of takes a toll on you, but I think the adversity and the competition that I was able to play against really helped develop me into the player that I am today.
But you stepped up to the challenge.
I did. Okay,
let's back up. Were there any other college scholarship offers out there?
I had a decent amount. Tennessee and Ohio State were my top 2 that I was trying to decide between. I had a couple, pretty much all of the SEC schools that I had opportunities to go play for. Dayton, Ohio was another one that was close behind, and maybe a couple in California that I looked at. But Purdue really stuck out to me. As soon as I got on campus, I knew that was where I was going to end up.
Okay. Were there any injuries that you had to overcome?
I played on a torn shoulder for 2 years, had surgery going into my junior season, got cleared a week before preseason, and ended up tearing my labrum in my hip that same season.
Oh, goodness.
Played on that for a year and a half, and then just got cleared from that surgery this past summer.
Okay. We got a video, and we're getting ready to wrap this up, and you're playing Nebraska.
Yes.
And this is the team to beat.
Say
something briefly about this, and we're going to show the video.
Okay, Nebraska, that is a Final Four team almost every year, and we always come so close to beating them, and this was my last time playing them at Purdue. We'd already played them once prior to that season, so I know that this was our last chance to finally take them down, and we did, so yeah.
All right, thank you for being here. Clarence, show that video, and thank you and welcome to Ocean 7 Life Focus.
Again, Mohler with the kill.
You can hear Mohler yelling, come on, come on, come on. She wants that ball. She wants to finally beat Nebraska. She wants to do it at her home place in her senior year. She's ready. She wants the ball. She transitions.